Hello, welcome back to another episode for Total War Warhammer Battle. We're looking at Morghur the Shadowgave again. He's an adorable guy. Pretty nasty. He's got a tool, a appendage to scratch his back. It's pretty cool about him. Alright, what else can we say about Morghur? Oh right, he feels nearly unkillable. The guy is very adorable. Here's my ally charging into battle right now. He's a Chaos player. We're looking at aspiring champions, and over in the front lines, Chaos Marauders. I mean, that's pretty common. Upgraded too. Chaos Warriors are behind them. Knights out of Atlantis are on the flanks, and he's got a Exalted Hero with a what? A Chaos Sorcerer and another one for metal, which is really kind of strange. He goes right into battle. You don't want to do what he's doing right now. I don't know what the hell he's doing, actually. The Orc player that we're fighting has a lot of trolls. He's got, what's over here? A Goblin Big Boss, okay. The Dwarf player, look at him right now. He's got a lot of guns, a lot of ranged units. We've got a Master Engineer for him. We've got Ingrim. And then I'm just trying to flank my enemy right now while my ally is all over the map. Trying to get a few hits in wherever he's able to. Yeah, you wouldn't want to lose your Chaos Lord. You don't want more than one spellcaster. He's got 3. Which again is very, very weird. But here I am now trying to get into position. I've got a lot of variety in terms of utility. I've got my Warhounds, you're looking at Harpies, you're looking at Razorgore Herds, Centaurs. A lot of variety. And here's my Cygor. A few Ungor Raiders. Bastigors in the rear. Got a lot of multiplayer battles coming for you. And there we go, the Chaos Lord gone in the very beginning. A terrible way to begin a battle. Gorebeast Chariots are charging through a Longbeard line, not really doing a lot of damage, not yet. I'm over here charging in, or about to. I'm still trying to get into position, actually. My Harpies are going into combat. I've got my Centaurs who are helping out, going after Biggins, which is a pretty effective way to take them down. If you can use multiple units from the sky and from the ground to hit a target, it's usually very effective if you don't want to flank them outright with another land unit, or you don't have time to, or no other tool to do so. Which is why it can be very effective. Let's go look around. I've got a Cygor back here. He's going to help me out. I paid for him. He's not a summoned unit. Otherwise he would die quickly and over time. Which makes a Cygor a little bit less handy to have, because it takes time for them to accumulate kills if they're throwing their stones. Okay. I don't know what my ally is doing again, but he's going into combat. Trying to go into combat. Just gotta focus a little bit more on my side. I'm not doing only a frontal attack, I'm flanking too. My Bastigors are moving into combat, fighting a Black Orc group. I'm still back here, taking out his mounted units, and we're looking at Night Goblins who are being killed by Razorgore Herds, and my house as well. Which is a pretty cool scene. There's another battle way over here. We're trying to finish off his units, that way they won't come back onto the battlefield. That allows me to go after more of the Orc player. I charged a bit on the front lines, as we can see, fighting more Black Orcs, so I've got Morghur right in the middle of it all, trying to destroy my enemies. My ally is really being hit by 2 targets right now. I don't know how well he'll do, I don't know how long he'll last. He brought in, oh yeah, look at that. A Slayer flying in the air, that's pretty funny. That is actually pretty amusing. And down he goes. Ooh. And there's all that blood. He's gone. Very dead. Alright, no more Chaos Lord for you. He's coming back, so not fully dead, I don't know how. One more good hit and he's gone. Only 4 kills, that was not worthwhile. That allows me to really press in to kill the Black Orcs. I bring in some Chaos Spawn from Morghur. They don't get a lot of kills, but they're a good tool to flank your enemy. Okay, we don't need slow motion for a little while. Still killing Night Goblins. I'm flanking them from behind. Well, flanking them from the side, behind too. Harpies are now moving in to go after their artillery. To neutralize that will help me out. I will no longer deal with being attacked, so we can check out how powerful they are and how quick they are. Look at this animation. And the Goblins are done for. Centaurs are moving in. if you can notice, I've been using a lot more units that require more micromanagement. I've been a little bit more capable with it. I feel like the game's a little bit more balanced to a point where I can enjoy micromanaging that many units and I can actually be rewarded for it, for having utility. So my builds have been different lately. Iron Breakers are over here fighting Chaos Warriors and Inspiring Champions. Looking at Trolls, a lot of Trolls who are fighting in their upgrade. They are upgraded. Because we're with a scroll. Okay, I wouldn't use that either. They've been here fighting. They do not get a lot of kills. My ally is still going for it. Ungrim took some damage via Spirit Leech. We're looking at Thunderers shooting at my Harpies. I probably didn't need to charge right at him like that. I could have done a much better job going into combat. I did lose a lot of Harpies right there. But they're now attacking them. I was trying to help out my ally quickly and I didn't have time to micro all of it. Now I'm beginning to move in my best scores over here. We've got a group of Iron Breakers caught in a wedge on two sides where they're being hit. While that is going on, I've got all my mounted units getting ready to hit my enemy from behind, the dwarf player from behind. A lot of the orc army is now gone or engaged. The Ungor Raiders are going to be helping out. I think eventually I have to go after the trolls. A group of Harpies begin to break. I still have another group here fighting the Thunderers who have a lot of armor with their shields and their axes. Yeah, and my ally had a melee lord. I think he could have accumulated over 100 kills by now. But look at how many trolls we're looking at. Morghur's in the middle of it. Getting back up. So my Warhound's coming to help out, and Morghur's fine coming to help out. The poison will debuff the trolls and damage them. I've got all my archers now going after slayers. I'm trying to eliminate all the slayers before I need to worry about fighting them. They can do a lot of damage to whatever I have. That is why I'm focusing on them. We're killing a great number of the slayers. That's when I get rid of so many of them. To make sure that we're covering every topic that we need to. I have some Tagores over here. My ally has a few units coming back. A Death Sorcerer on the way back. He's got one of metal still fighting. Here's an Orc Boar Chariot. 0 kills right now. Ungrim has 1 kill. He's going into combat. Here's a Master Engineer with 13 kills. More kills than Ungrim. How weird. I have a Razorgore Herd trying to go after a crew of Organ Gunners. They actually have quite a few kills. They were able to accumulate. They're probably better now. I need to try them out eventually. But Harpies are still fighting, going after Thunderers. I'm trying to make sure they're done for. I brought in some Chaos Warhounds who have a lot of kills. If you look at my kills, I'm beginning to really accumulate a lot of kills with my skirmishing. Well, not my skirmishing, but my light units who are flanking my enemies. I'm bringing my Sigor in, who wasn't as handy. I probably could have brought in some Minotaurs. I haven't been bringing them in as much. They're not as powerful as they once were. The Bestigors are actually pretty good now. I like them a lot for holding the line. I don't really have another alternative. My other infantry units won't really do a good job of that, so I don't like to bring them in. My archers are destroying the slayers, who were not able to get as many kills. Had they had full groups, they would have gotten a lot more kills, but they did not have full groups, and because of that, it gave me a stark advantage. I've got my Centaurs over 100 kills now. We were at 138. We're still accumulating. They're still fighting. And I'm just hitting them at every point. It's a little bit difficult for players to react to you if you're hitting them at every point, when you're just blocking them in. I've been playing non-stop multiplayer. You've been seeing multiple parts each day because I've been enjoying the balance so much. I don't know what it is about the latest patch, but I've added in a lot of flavor for a lot of lords. I enjoy a lot of lords that have been added in, like Boris Todbringer, the Red Duke, all of that. Yeah, Sorcerer of Metal, helping me fight. Here's another one. Greatly weakened, but he's back in the front lines helping me fight. If we look at it, we are destroying them. There's a Goblin Big Boss still fighting. 25 kills, actually a lot. They might even be better too. Here's another one. There's 2 of them total. There goes that cannon crew. I'm still fighting. It ends up being very tough. I could have pulled out my units and had them charge back in. That probably would have been more effective. I have Harpies on the way. I get rid of the Thunderers, who are no longer a threat to us. The Master Engineer, still 13 kills. Chaos Knights with Lances. They're moving around the map. Only, what? Oh, actually, 110 kills, not too bad. And there goes Skarsnik. I was trying to find him the entire time. I knew he was a tiny lord. But he's fleeing now. We beat him up. Seven kills from our Chaos Spawn. We've got a chariot flying into combat, doing a significant amount of damage. They were able to ride right through. One chariot gone. The trolls are still on their way, riding right through my raiders, probably doing a lot of damage. Let's go look at how much damage they did. How much? 140. So chariots are definitely a lot better now. I want to use them. I want to try them out in the future. I've been too busy with the newer factions and units, but I need to try them out eventually because they're definitely a lot better. There's probably a lot of units that are just better. I'm going after that Master Engineer with all of my Harpies and all of my Warhounds. I don't think he'll be getting up anytime soon. Look at that. Completely surrounded. He can't really react to it. He's still trying to shoot. If he had like a shotgun, that'd be pretty good. A grudge raker is what it's called, I think. Very powerful in close range. It'd be cool if you could like customize your heroes with different weaponry. And it would have different abilities and effects. That would be a lot more interesting than like their default abilities and things like that. Sure, more animations, but the enjoyment factor would be so much more. I'd rather have less but more variety in what they can do. I think the chariots are pretty much gone. They're done for. We won't have to worry about them anymore. Here's Morghur the Shadowgave. 19 kills. He's now moving over here to go after one Ungrim Iron Fist. A pretty common factor in battles where we've got to worry about that. Alright, we're going to fast forward because it's only Ungrim. Not a big deal. Only a Ungrim. Takes time to get to him though. But that is how you kind of micro a massive amount of units. Okay, Pyrrhic victory. Let's go look at my kills real quick. Well, I can't look at my kills exactly. I wish they would keep track of that. Yeah, I wonder if they actually changed the ability to click on other names because it caused a crash or something. Because Tokshin, when I would host a game, he would often crash at the end of a game, and other people would too. It's whoever is not hosting that would crash. Okay. Best of Gores, average amount of kills they held the line. I had one Ungor herd to draw some fire. They died appropriately. Ungor raiders took out Slayers, and they were great for that. A lot of my damaging units were greatly used. Like my Centaurs that had great weapons. Look at that, nearly 200 kills. That's a lot. My Warhounds did a lot of damage. My Harpies did a lot of damage. The Razorgore herds too. The Sidegore, okay. I was too busy mixing it up. I would definitely bring in some Minotaurs. I wouldn't focus on them as a part of your trade of killing, but I would definitely use the Minotaurs instead. And I think that would work much better than a Sidegore for the battle that I just fought. And my ally, he somehow held on. I didn't think he would, but he did hold on. But I was able to kind of overwhelm the two players together because I was able to get right to the orc player. And my ally, all he had to do was really distract him while I moved in. But I hope that was a really good battle indicating what micromanagement can do with a lot of weaker units. Because if you look at it, I have a lot of units here that can easily be killed, right? If they're focused upon. But if you use them effectively when flanking, when charging, when encircling, then you can do a devastating amount of damage without needing a lot of armor. Thank you for watching. Look forward to more videos today. There will be more. And as always, until then.